If you are thinking of starting an online business, then it's important for you to know all of the things that are needed in order to keep that business up and running. In today's video, I am going to go over all the essentials that you will need for your online business. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Jamie. For the latest videos on entrepreneurship, finances, coaching, marketing, social media, make sure that you hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video every week. So the number one thing that we're going to talk about is it's important for you to have a reliable computer. And I know this sounds like it's common sense. Obviously, you're starting an online business, so you need a computer. But it's so easy to be tempted to use somebody else's computer, meaning maybe you have a teenager, you have a spouse that has a computer and you might just want to use his or use your kid's computer, or just if you have a family computer at your house, like a desktop that everybody else uses, then you might just want to use that. Which when you're first starting out, it would make sense because you probably don't want to spend a lot of money. But in reality, this is not a good idea. One, it's not professional. And two, it's not reliable. You need something that it's yours only and that you're going to have access 24/7 whenever you need to get on the computer and work, that and not be interrupted. I mean, imagine if you have family over and everyone is just using your computer and you have personal information from your clients on there. You don't want this to be a problem. You want to make sure that all of your things that you have been working on in your business and all of your clients' information is secure in a place that only you have access to it. Another thing is that you want to make sure that you have a workspace, meaning that it's a computer that everyone knows in your household that is only for work purposes, and you're not having your kids on the computer playing games or doing their school work, because you want to treat your business as a business. So having a reliable computer is super important, and I advise you to invest in one, even if you're just starting out. You can start off with a laptop, you can start off with a desktop, but I suggest you having your own personal computer for work purposes. The next thing that you will need to keep your business up and running is reliable internet connection. And again, this might sound like it's common sense, but trust me, when I first started my business, I didn't have the highest speed internet connection in my house. So what used to happen was that I would be working on something and all of a sudden, the internet connection would just, I would just lose the internet connection and I would lose everything that I was working on and had to start all over. Talk about frustrating, okay? Let's say you've been working on something for an hour or 2 hours or even on a call with a client and all of a sudden your internet just drops and you lose everything. Yeah, no, you definitely want to avoid this from happening. So what I suggest is that if right now you are working from home and you're working on your online business, for you to contact your internet provider and see if they have a business internet service that you can install in your house, or just get the highest and fastest internet speed, because this is going to help you tremendously when you're working online on your business. The next thing that you will need, and it's something that is really important, is a reliable contact method, meaning how are your clients going to contact you? Regardless of what type of business you have, you need a way of contact. Is it going to be through a phone number that you are providing your clients or your prospect clients? If you are providing a phone number, you always have the option to provide your personal number, which I don't advise, or you can just create a Google number, which is completely free, and use that number only for business purposes. And you can let your prospect clients know, and even your paying clients know, that they can text you and call you at this number. Two, it could be by email. You can communicate back and forth with your prospect clients and your paying clients through email. What I suggest is that you create a professional email where it's only used for business purposes. Also, if you are a coach or consultant, or even if you're providing some type of service, eventually you will have to meet with your clients one-on-one. And what I advise all of my clients in my coaching program to do is to have a virtual face-to-face call, a video call, because it's more personal. Even when you're doing discovery calls, even if you're just speaking to a prospect that is interested in your service. And why is this? Well, because it just makes a big difference when you have someone there on the screen and you're both looking at each other versus you're just having a phone call. I mean, for all you know, the person can be in the kitchen doing the dishes and you're sitting there trying to explain or give them information about your services and they're not really paying attention. So I always suggest that you have that face-to-face interaction with your prospects or with your paying clients. And some of the platforms that you can use are Zoom, which I highly recommend. I use it myself. You can use Google Hangouts, and I think there's a few others, but those are the ones that I have used personally and I recommend. So having a reliable contact method is really important because obviously for you to make money, your prospect clients need to reach you. Next is having a reliable payment method, meaning how are your clients going to pay you? Obviously, you want to make the payment process for your prospect clients to be easy, and then also the process to be easy for you in order to receive that money. So there are many different options. You can use money transferring from bank to bank. You can use payment platforms like Wave Accounting or QuickBooks. You can use Cash App, you can use Venmo, you can use PayPal, which if you're just starting out, I highly recommend PayPal. So there are many different options, but you want to make sure that this system is reliable. And you always want to make sure that if you're on the phone with a prospect and they're ready to make the payment, that you are there literally just making sure that everything is going through and working, because sometimes it could be technical issues or difficulties on your end and then the payment won't go through. So that way I suggest that you use whatever platform that you choose for it to be a reliable platform, and also for you to look into each individual one before you make your decision to see what are the fees that you're going to be paying, right? What is a percentage that they're going to be taking from the money that you will be receiving? So that's really important. Next is having an accounting software. You want to start your online business on the right track. You want to make sure that you are organized and that you're keeping track of all of your expenses and all of your income. This is important for you to keep track of because at the end of the year when you file your taxes, you're going to need this information. So the easiest way for you to keep track of all of these things is to have an accounting software that you use for business purposes only. So that way your business finances are separated from your personal finances. And some of the softwares that I have personally used that I recommend would be something like QuickBooks or Wave Accounting that is completely free. And specifically if you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of money to invest or spend on a monthly basis, you do want to look for something that is more cost friendly and that you're going to be able to afford. So definitely look into this, look into each individual one and see which one is going to benefit you and your business at the end of the day. If you make sure that you have all of these things in your business when you're first starting, it's going to save you so much frustrations, time, stress, and overwhelm. Starting your business on the right track sets you up for success. So now that you know all of the essentials that you need, I just want to let you know that if you are looking for more support or if you're not sure how to even get your business started, make sure that you download the guide that we have put together for you using the link in the description. Also, if you want to be part of a community of other entrepreneurs like yourself that are also building their businesses, then make sure to join our free private Facebook group using the link below. I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you can stay updated with all the latest videos. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the day, blessed week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.